Hi everyone, my name is Wankpa Emmanuel Obema. My team and I will be discussing on a topic that says collaborating with technologies. In the course of this discussion, we will be highlighting major technologies that were used to improve team collaboration. We'll also look at some of these technologies that were used prior to and applicable in our time. We'll also talk about some of the challenges and how we can convert these challenges to better improve team collaboration. Now, at the heart of every business organization lies the information system. It therefore implies that the success or failure of any business organization is dependent on its information system. And one of the role of the information system is that it helps to improve team collaboration and by extension improve productivity, decision making, and overall increase on the organization return on investment. Now, prior to 1990, in 1844, Samuel Morse invented the telegraph. The telegraph was one of the technologies that were used in the first generation. It was used to disseminate and collaborate with people at that time. But due to the inefficiency of the telegraph, it couldn't withstand the test of time and went into extinction. So within that first century, in 1990, the email was invented, and this email was used to disseminate information and collaborate with people around the world. Due to the explosive success of the email, other web technologies were invented to help improve on this email, such as the address box, the content management, and calendaring. These are the tools that work or were incorporated alongside with the email to ensure that this email are disseminated accordingly in an organized way and at the appropriate time to whoever the message is sent to. Now, if you look at the second generation, it was an improvement on the first generation. And some of these technologies that were used in the first generation were the Zoom, the Google Meets, the TeamView, and others. Now, one major impact of the second generation technology is that, as in the first generation, this technology were only for text messaging. But the second generation, not only that we are able to now send messages to people, you also have the opportunity of receiving feedback in real time, and not only that, you have the opportunity of seeing whoever you are discussing with at that moment. Now, if you look at the third generation started in 2010. Now, the third generation brought an improvement of the first generation and the second generation. It gives room for more extensive collaboration. And some of these tools that were used then and still applicable in our time is the Skype, the Google Talk. We have the Zoom meeting. We also have other tools. Now, if you look at it, and we also have social media tools such as Facebook, Twitter, and the like. If you look at Twitter, it have the sites whereby you can create Twitter talk or Twitter space rather. If you look at Facebook, it has a place where you can create a group, either private or public. We also have people who also leverage on blogs. This blog is used by probably institutions or private organization or public or whoever that wants to streamline their content into the web. You have the opportunity of talking about mission statements and goals, talk about the products what you want to achieve, how and the process you want to achieve are all being streamlined within this blog. Now, if you look at the fourth generation brought a unified way of collaborating within a particular application. Now, let's say for instance the Google Meet or the Zoom. Within the Google Meet, it's possible for you to make call. It's possible for you to engage in online meetings whereby you see the same person. Within that same app, there are a lot of apps that are within it, and that is why it becomes much more interesting. Collaboration with teams become much more interesting. It's very easy for you to talk to somebody who is outside the country, discuss on how you can improve your business goals, develop more strategies, and ensure that the productivity and the organization goals are all being achieved. But basically, we still want to talk more on the Web 2 technology. Now, the Web 2 technology, I would like to invite the next speaker to give intently on how we can leverage this Web 2.
My name is Johnson Wisdom, and I'm here to present on the topic collaborating with information technology. The role played by information technology in organizational collaboration and information sharing. is important and cannot be underemphasized. As information technology has come a long way, evolving from one stage to another, one generation to another, men has worked effortlessly, making sure the quality of information sharing and collaboration within organization is improved. These information technologies has continued evolving, starting from the period where telegraph was first introduced in 1844 by Samuel Morse. As at then, he knew the significance of information technology and went ahead and wrote out a first text, which he said, "What God has brought," meaning that he has brought in a technology that will create an edge-cutting tool for collaboration and information sharing within organization. Information technology continue evolving from the first generation where we had the email messaging to the second generation up to the third generation where the Web 2.0 was introduced, where I will be laying emphasis on till the fourth generation. The Web 2.0 technology introduced a tool that encouraged a widespread contribution and end user participation to the web. This tool helped mass participation in the web by introducing some tools like the blog. What is the blog? A blog, for short, weblog, is a site by which bloggers create posts on ongoing commentary, images, and links to other sites. Posts in blogs are arranged in a reverse chronological order by which new ones are at the top. Blog help organization by building an intimate relationship with its employee, customers, and suppliers. Another edge-cutting tool introduced by the Web 2.0 technology is the wikis. What are wikis? Wikis are sites created for editing by which individuals can go on and edit existing posts. Wikis help organizations by allowing a room for people to air out their opinions on certain posts. The Web 2.0 also introduced the social media and profile tools like magnificent tools like the Facebook. Facebook gave space for online groups and pages by which advertising and other media is being leveraged on. like the the Twitter. Twitter is another important tool by the Web 2.0. It allows for mass participation in general. The Web 2.0 introduced mass participation in the web. Unlike the emailing has to do with one user to the another, between one or two people. But the Web 2.0 improved on that by creating tools that allow mass participation, by thereby improving collaboration and information sharing within workplace and the world at large.
Hello, good evening. My name is Alamata Peter, and I'm here to talk about unified communications. Are you aware that advances in technology has brought about diverse collaborative technologies that can make communication in the workplace more faster, quick, and affordable? Yes. That being said, collaborative technologies that were invented, let's take for instance messaging, conferencing. uh, Conferencing, it could be video, it could be web, it could be audio. It's not just all about itself, but how well these communication channels can be integrated in one interface. Do you get that? In one interface that will help communication move faster. And what is unified communications? Unified communication is simply an approach whereby we'll bring the different channels of communication, the ones I just listed, that is messaging, conferencing, into one interface that organizations can access just like a database. That is, organizations are able to access an interface. It could be a software, it could be an application, where they are able to derive information from that the from that dashboard. Now we'll talk about universal dashboards. Mind you, when we'll merge or integrate communication channels, that is video conferencing, messaging, and the rest of them, it should be similar to what people are familiar with, so that they don't get stuck and frustrated. That is, those who are not familiar with the current advances in technology. And let's talk about universal dashboard. What is a universal dashboard? Universal dashboards are emerging. You can find organizations, you can find small businesses, you can even find startup businesses, even sole proprietorship, partnerships, different kinds of business entities are now using universal dashboard. So a universal dashboard is a single interface that you can combine diverse communication channels. That is how you are able to organize or arrange the different communication channels that you can use to disseminate information to co-workers in organizations or your customers, online customers. Now, this universal dashboard allows you pick necessary information. It could be a contact information of an online customer. It could be a contact information of a co-worker. For example, assuming you want to reach out to a co-worker, you already have a universal dashboard and you want to reach out to a co-worker, and probably you want to call a co-worker, but you realize that co-worker is he or she is already on a call. What do? That universal dashboard is already automated. Remember, we said is a single interface of a combination of different communication channels. So at that point, that co-worker is not able to answer phone calls. But now there is a segment for messaging. You can quickly send a text message.
Hi everyone, my name is Ademi Wise. So I'll be talking about how to make virtual team work, making virtual team work. So collaborative technology has helped improve productivity, company productivity, and it has helped virtual teamwork more satisfying. So I'll be talking about tips for virtual team members, how virtual team members can work with first of all, they're going to appoint a leader if there is no member, team leader. Appoint a leader and you guide the team members on what to do, where to meet, the collaborative technologies that you are going to use that will best work for them. And then anytime there is a project or a task, each team member should proactively volunteer for the success of the task or project using their skill sets to make the project a success. And then they're going to agree on a particular decision making strategy. As a team member, if you cannot make it for a meeting or a particular assignment, you cannot come due to one reason or the other, you can you have to inform other team members so that they're going to, in time, like before time, you send a message to all of them and tell them you're not able to make it for the meeting or you're not able to do the task. Another point is and then team members will communicate and share information more frequently with other team members. Use technology. Another point, use technology before a particular task and before an intense task. For example, you're having a meeting via Zoom. You are supposed to like go to download the Zoom app and then check the interface, check how Zoom app works before you guys like go on the meeting. So before a task and before you like do an intense task, there might be technologies that you're going to use. So at the team member, you're supposed to like do a research, get to know the particular technology before you do the task. For virtual team leaders, first off, you get to know the team members. You can organize a video session, interactive session, conference call. Let everybody introduce themselves, get to know the people you are working with in your team, and then use a structured leadership style with clearly documented policies for assignments, extension, and all of that. And then for when you're going to use a particular collaborative technology, make sure you tell your team members beforehand so they're going to like get used to the technology before the task. So they're going to like go back, do their own research before they use the technology, particular collaborative technology.
Good day everyone, my name is Michael Ayorola Fayemi. I'm here to talk on the topic online environment under the human element and collaborative technologies. So here it talks about the psychological characteristics of collaborative technology to online environment. So under this human element, I'll be listing some points. My number one point is unfamiliar communication tools. So using the unfamiliar communication tools, people who are used to the day-to-day physical communications find it easier, find it harder when it comes to using a video-based medium as a communication tool. Like for instance, who are used to day-to-day meetings when it comes to them using an online based medium, they find it easier. Like for instance, they find it easier to access the camera on their laptops or other medium. And number 2 point would be reduce media richness. It says that the media richness is lower than face to face. Like in this reduced media weakness, yeah, it is based on only text based information system. Like we only use text messages as a means of communication. So in this place, like under this subtopic, it says that it reduces body language, that the users or the viewers won't be able to see who is talking. Like they won't be able to see their body language, their tone, because it's only a text-based medium. And number 3 point is greater physical distance. Like using an online-based medium as communication tools, it doesn't bring people together. Like it creates it's geographically separate. Like people can connect from different locations rather than the face-to-face medium, which people come together to communicate. So it says that it discourages face-to-face meeting. My fourth point is the heightened anonymity. Collaborative technologies that make people hide their identities when contributing their ideas in an online environment. Like for instance, if someone sends an anonymous message online to get people's points and ideas on a particular topic, it hides the person's information or the person's details. So the the viewers won't be able to know who is talking, because the person has hidden his or herself from the public. My last point to be the unclear audience. In the unclear audience, electronic communications can be archived and easily transmitted to others. The size and composition of the audience is not clear. Thank you.
So, in conclusion, you will therefore agree with me that the importance of information system cannot be overemphasized. Now, if we remember during the time of the COVID-19 pandemic that we just left, you will notice that as at that time, only few organizations were in operations. The organization that were on operation as at that time, you notice that because they were able to effectively manage and incorporate this information system into their business. The micro, small, and medium scale company could not withstand the pressures at that time, and they did what they shut down. So now, the most important point we want to arrive at this is that the essence of information system in terms of collaboration is the only way out as at that time. And that is why you see the case of the KPMG, the Deloitte and the likes, still we are in operations and we are able to make more profits as at that time. So therefore, I will encourage all of you that no matter the type of business we are doing, may we try as much as possible to understand how we can leverage on these tools to improve productivity, improve decision making, and impact on our businesses.